So this review and demo is going to be a little different. So we're going to do, well, I'm going to do the demo first and then the review with the sit down, because I talk a lot and this is going to be quite a long review and demo because it's about Fenty Beauty, which is new, and I'm really excited. I was really shocked. Anyways, I'll get into the talking part after. I'll just kind of start with applying it on my face. So as you can see, I have many different colors on my face. What I generally try to go to is towards this color, not under my eye, but this area, because that is the most common around my face. As you can tell, the darker areas are hyperpigmentation, like under my eye, and around my mouth, just generally not taking care of my skin. So I've already done my brows and I've already set them, and I'm going to go ahead. So this is what the bottle looks like. And opening it, I love that it already comes with a pump. A lot of nicer makeup doesn't do that, so it's kind of annoying. What I do generally is just squirt it on my palm. A lot of people squirt it on their face, but I just feel like I know how much product I need when I do this. And I always use it all up, so I don't waste it on my hand or anything like that. So I'm going ahead and doing that, and I'm going in with my Sephora flat brush, which I use and have for everything, and I'm just gonna dab it on the makeup, and I'm just distributing it. My headband's a little too close. I'm trying to set my wig. If you know what I mean, thumbs up. The wig struggle. So as you can tell, a little later when you kind of general distribution, but a lot of my makeup does that, which is fine. And I'm just going around my face and applying what I need. So I'm using the color 470. Just want to double check. Well, anyways, this one, yeah, 470. Funny thing, she had a complexion, like a lot of options, and I actually found it really overwhelming. I'm not used to that. I'm just used to being like the second darkest from whatever beauty people offer. Like Estee Lauder or like Giorgio Armani. I'm actually the darkest, which is very surprising because there's people who are darker than me. Or is it that surprising, I guess? Sorry, this is a first impression, so I'm just seeing how it's going on my face. So what I can tell is it's slightly drier than my other foundations. Generally I go for a sheer or like a glow, and this is a matte, so I can already tell that. So I feel like I'll need a little bit more. The sheers usually need more like movement and whatnot. This doesn't need that much, but it's very lightweight, and I'm all about the lightweights. So I'm just going to apply a little bit more on my palm, just so I can get areas that I feel like need a little bit more. And I'm just going to go in. So obviously this is a first impression because it's been out for like 5 days, and I just got mine in the mail yesterday, but I was doing work. And I can tell I love the coverage. I'm actually in love with the coverage, actually. And generally, like I said in so many of my other videos with foundation, I love lightweight, medium to lightweight. I don't like heavy caked makeup. So I'm just looking at the camera right now. I can tell it's ready. What I loved too in the description was that it had she had mentioned that this is going to be for people with like different types of undertones, because I have different undertones depending on my face. Like, so the darker areas of my face are obviously extremely cool, but the areas I was telling you where I usually match my foundation are a little warmer. That's why I usually have problems with finding, well, drugstore foundations, for example, or just foundations in general. So I'm actually pleasantly surprised and really happy. I was scared that it was going to be like a $40 foundation and it was going to be a miss and I'd have to return it, but I think I'm really liking it. So I'm going to go ahead and finish the rest of my face and return in a second with the highlighter on my face, or like with the demo of the highlighter. So I've gone ahead and done the rest of my face, what I would normally do with my routine. It would have been really good to show you guys kind of how like it blended with my makeup, but I ran out of the concealer that I really liked to show with it, so I just didn't. But yeah, basically this is what I would have done, and I'm really happy with the match. You can even see with my neck and stuff, everything looks really good and really blended and seamless. So what I went ahead and did was highlighted what I would usually use Gold Deposit Matte by MAC. Don't mind my phone. So basically this area and this area is not this concealer. Sorry, I'm staring right into the computer, the screen, just because I want to make sure you get all of this. So this is the packaging that the highlighter comes in, and I really like it. You know what's funny? The first thing I thought of was that it reminded me of Beyonce because of the Beehive. And I was like, this would be like her packaging if she were to have come out with makeup, but whatever. Anyway, so this is the highlighter, and I haven't done anything yet except swatch it at Sephora, and I'm really nervous because it's really yellow and I'm really black. So let's see how this works. I'm going to use the same brush I would use for anything else. It's not really a highlight brush, it's a blending brush, but I like it with my highlighter. So it's just a Sigma brush. And it's literally now shaped for my face. It's really funny. So I'm just gonna dab a little bit and kind of work my way in here and see how this goes. So just build it up because I'm very nervous. Like I don't have anywhere important to go, so if I like nuts, it's okay. All right, here it goes. So just applying a little. Really yellow. I feel like this would look really good in photos, but in person someone might wonder why you have yellow sparkles on your face. Like if I ever had a red carpet to go to, which I never do because I'm not there, I'm not at that point in life, this would be beautiful, you know. It would catch in cameras really nice because you can't really tell, but to me in this video it looks nice, but in this mirror I look a little nuts. I'm happy to put this on my nose or the bridge of my face. Yeah, this is interesting. I don't know if I'm gonna keep it. I think this would be really nice for holiday makeup. Normally like I build up, I just don't even think I can do that. Now I've put a second layer. I think that is literally, I've now done the most. I've really done the most, yeah. So that's the highlighter. I don't know how I plan, but there's the demo. There's the demo. I guess we'll see. Yeah, I'm gonna see how it goes with time, but that's pretty much what it's looking like. Hey love, so as you saw just in the last probably 8 minutes, I feel like I filmed for 8 minutes. I might take out a few bits in terms of editing and whatever, but it was a little lengthy because I did speak through it, so I did a different type of review and demo. So anyways, as you saw in the videos, you kind of saw my first impression in terms of, oh my god, my eyelash glue is just sticking on my eyes. Sorry, it's still drying, so I'm like a little psycho. Anyways, you saw my first impressions in regards to the Rihanna Fenty Beauty. So I love the foundation, and I feel like I love everything I review on my channel, just because I do swatch things before I go, before I film, and obviously I do trials before I do anything. So a lot of the things featured on my channel, minus a few things, are generally things I like. Anyways. So I'm kind of just going to go down the list of different things. So I feel like the application process was wonderful. I did feel like it was a little drier than most of my other makeup application processes, but like I said in the previous segment, that I feel like most of the other makeup brands that I buy, like the higher end makeup, it's a lot about like sheer glow or glowing and like really creamy consistency. Like that's just what they aim towards. Like I remember once buying YSL lipstick and I was like, do you guys have a matte lipstick? And she was like, this is not like what our brand is into. We're just more into like glowy, making like, you know, women shine kind of, if that makes sense, and moisturized and, you know, just looking healthy. So I don't think matte is unhealthy. I just think that this is kind of nice to have a color for my skin that is like higher end, but still matte. So I really did appreciate that part of it. So the next thing that I do want to mention is the size of the bottle. So this is the Fenty Beauty, this is the foundation. I think there was only one foundation option. The way that it was worded, I believe they're probably going to make more of them. But I really like the amount that's in this. I think that it's just a general standard size of foundation, which is pretty good. Sometimes you might find some people have smaller bottles, and for a price point of, I believe it was $47. Well, I paid 47 Canadian with taxes in. So I can't remember how much that is US, but I will leave it over here. I feel like I believe it was worth it. In comparison to say like my Giorgio Armani, which is usually like $63 Canadian, that's a $20 price point difference, and I felt like this was just perfect. What I thought was hilarious, which I mentioned briefly, I'm so sorry, this glue. What I found hilarious, which I mentioned briefly in the last segment, was just how many color options there were. And because it was an online release and I had purchased it online, I didn't really wait, which I realized later. I live in like a small town that's majority like white. I could have gotten my color. Like my color was still there when I went to go get the highlighter how many days later. So there really wasn't necessarily a rush, but I wasn't sure if it was even going to be in store. So I did buy it online. And it's funny, I'll ask all these brands, you know, cater to her skin tone, cater to her skin tone. Then Rihanna comes out and caters to her skin tone, and then I'm like, I don't know what color I am. Like, I was just there like, I have no idea. Like, I looked more like a 480, but I knew because of the different tones in my face, the 470 would make more sense, because I have my contour stick, which brings back kind of life to my face. So if I'm generally all around on my face the lightest color of my face, I'm okay with that. But the funny thing is, I actually shared that on my Instagram. If you guys aren't following me, you definitely should be, because I lately have been talking more during my application processes about products that I do use on an everyday basis. And I just found that even with nothing else, like no concealer, no contour stick, no nothing, it looked really good alone. And I know a lot of women don't have time to do contouring and doing this every day. Like, I don't look like this every day. Generally, I don't wear makeup. I like my face to breathe. I just really wear it to film, and then when I go places, and I haven't really been going anywhere. Adult life, anyone? Like, such a different life. So the next thing I wanted to mention was how available it is. I really loved how this wasn't like an only online exclusive thing. I loved how it wasn't only like a Sephora in-store exclusive thing and you couldn't find it online. Like, you could also find it on her website. Like, I really appreciated how available the product was, which I feel like goes to show how it will be available in the future. I don't think this is a one-off. I don't feel like, you know, she's gonna sell out completely and then it's never gonna come back for months and then it's gonna be a Christmas release. Like, I might be speaking kind of early, but I really do believe like this product will be around and it's gonna have a lot more to show for it. One thing that I did want to mention was in Canada, we didn't get a few of the items that were released in the US. So I'm not sure if other countries were similar as well. But I know that we just got like the highlighters, the foundations, and the, I think like one lip thing. Oh, we got, sorry, the matchsticks, which that's actually one thing that I didn't review on my channel. I didn't think it was necessary. That's one thing that I feel like they missed. They got the darkest shade in the matchsticks. The concealer sticks was literally the same as like my Estee Lauder, my Bobbi Brown, like that's the darkest, and for me that works for my skin tone. So if you are on the website, and obviously if you're into the makeup world and if you're on this channel, you would know like Decky, who was the model for the darkest color, those shades would not work for her for contour, and I really do believe that. And if they're making it work, I have no idea how, or if they're mixing it with a shadow or anything, because if it doesn't work for, if it literally, I make it work and I'm not like as dark as she is, then I don't really believe that it would work for her. So that I'm really waiting for a brand to cater to like a darker skin tone. And for me too, right now I'm darker because I was in Italy on vacation, but this isn't necessarily my color all the time. I was in the sun, I was soaking, I was baking, I was taking it all in, I didn't care. So in the winter, come winter, I'm gonna go at least like slightly lighter, not a whole shade of makeup lighter, but I do get lighter. So my contour sticks really do work for me, but for darker colors, it's really not going to. And that's actually one thing why I didn't even touch on Kim Kardashian's anything on this channel. It was just like, I was not even gonna waste my time. Like I feel like the women who are my color would have already known that, and I don't even think, I mean, if you did waste your time, please leave a link below. I'd love to watch your video, but I really was like, none of this is gonna work for me at all. And the funny thing is, the minute Rihanna had dropped this, all of those brands were like catering all their social media ads and posts to darker skin, darker skin, darker skin. Where have you been? We've been here. We've been waiting. It took a black woman to come out with a black line for you to realize that. Like, please. We don't, like, I personally don't care. So, I mean, Kylie Jenner and Kim Kardashian, all that makeup, like when they decide to cater to darker skin, sure, I'll consider it. But right now, I'm not going to waste my time on products meant for lighter skin colors. I also forgot to mention that in this Fenty Beauty, I'm a 470, so I'll leave that obviously in the title. So I ended up getting the 470 shade. So it worked out perfectly for my skin. I feel like I'm really even. It worked really well with my concealer, and I don't feel like when I was younger, like even just a few years back when I used to like overly lighten my under eyes and like it was such a dramatic contrast. Like I don't have that anymore. I feel like I'm starting to look more seamless, and this was a perfect addition to that mission. Perfect addition to that makeup mission. So I feel like that is basically all that I wanted to mention in terms of the product. If you have any questions, guys, below, feel free to leave them and I'll answer them. I did do a couple of swatches of about the 2 shades darker than mine and about 3 shades lighter, which I also will have on my Instagram story. So if you don't see them on there, just let me know and I'll kind of show you. So I have a swatch of just the makeup on my arm and then blend it in. And you will notice, because my rest of my body got so much darker in Italy, my face had makeup, my face is lighter. So my arm literally is the darkest color, and that's why I was saying those contour sticks are not going to work for darker skin tones. So I do hope Rihanna's team works on that. They did a fabulous job nonetheless. And then besides the foundation, can we talk about this highlighter? I feel like I can't see myself from this far from the camera, but I feel like I could see a glow, and I feel like it's like a glow, and in person it's just really yellow. It's beautiful. I just feel like I would wear this like on vacation or like a red carpet, which I don't go to because I'm not an actress, or you know, something, or like maybe like a beauty event, something that's gonna be like, you know, high glam, you know, out there. But for like an everyday, I wouldn't wear this as an everyday concealer. I mean, sorry, a highlighter. I would definitely stick to my gold deposit. I just feel like you can see the bridge of my nose here. It's just like a touch of highlight. Like I like simplicity these days. This is like, wham, like, you know what I mean? Like Rihanna's like red carpet looks. This will be beautiful, but and I'm not saying it's not beautiful, it's beautiful, I just think it's a lot. It's a lot. So I don't know if I'll be keeping that one, but I think it'll look bomb on vacation, and I live for a good photo. I live for a good photo. So maybe for vacation pics. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and please stay tuned. I'm really trying to work hard to have great content for you twice a week on real makeup products that really work for my skin tone and women who are similar to my skin tone, and kind of just showing you guys ranges of what's out there too. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll check you guys in another video. Bye, love.